I am going to do a shorter walk me home tonight. I am halfway home and I got a barbecue grill, my gospel stuff, um, charcoal, all kinds of good stuff. So all I need now, I think, are tongs and I can have a barbecue. And this was something that was on my bucket list. So I'm very happy about that. I bought some more bungee cords too. And that was just the ticket. So, I'll turn it around now. And it hasn't been hard getting it home. It was like right at the edge of what I think is okay to take on the bus. But it wasn't easy coming home because I stayed late. And so I was glad I did that. And it is a little bit of workout, cardio, but the muscles are okay. And I did up I think 7 or 8 gospel packets a day. I had some in the bag already. I have handed out 19 packets today. It's been crazy. I have had Bible handouts where I went to a lot of trouble and rode across town, and I maybe did a few or nothing. And today, just going to and from work, I did 19. That is all the hand of God. And I'm still praising him about the wallet thing. That was just completely awesome. But happily, there are no coyotes. There are a few people around, but they're just nice, normal cars. They look like residents. I'm not worried about them. I'm wearing my safety vest, so they probably worried about me. I think I'm some homeless person. But it was funny. At my transfer point, there was a guy from Whataburger, and he was sitting on the curb smoking weed. And I don't care about that. I would rather people smoke weed than drink, because in my experience, weed made Ron a very happy man. Alcohol made him angry and violent, and I did not like that. So, smoke all the weed you want. But it was apparently some pretty good stuff, because when he got on the bus, it was very obvious he was just really struggling to remember which stop was his. Wow. I don't like to... I have a belief, this is just my own personal theory here, that when I consume substances, if I consume substances, and I have done a little at the CBD stuff, to unwind, which helped a little, but not much. A hot shower would have done a better job. Aromatherapy works pretty good. I'm a big fan of some lavender oil before I go to bed. But I think it breaks your connection to God, and that's just my own personal theory, that drinking and drug use can do that. Now, some things are necessary, like my primary medication, but it's not narcotic, it's not addictive, it doesn't get me high. And I think things that are narcotic or addictive or get you high interfere with your connection. And you'll find some people that will go on about pharmakia. I had a pastor at a church I no longer attend who was just ranting and raving when he found out I was on antidepressants, and which I'm allergic to now, and literally pointing a finger at me in church and screaming about drug addicts. So yeah, that was very uncool. And I didn't stop going there. And after Ron died, they're like, "Oh, you're welcome anytime. We'll come and give you a ride." I'm like, "No, thank you." And so it was a very productive day, which is cool. And I'm about a block and a half from the house, and I will check the mail. And this is rolling surprisingly easy, considering I got charcoal, I got wood chips, and I don't have any meat. I didn't get meat because it is a long trip home. But I thought it was interesting that the what the heck kind of parking job is that? Oh yeah, we're gonna film this. I guess they're worried about getting hit. So I should probably check the mail, but I need a pee, so I think I'm just gonna go home and check it tomorrow. But yeah, so that was my day. Work was busy, but I got it all done. And the funny thing is, I actually like doing the thing that everybody else hates to do. And I apparently have a few weird talents of being able to find barcodes for things that other people struggle with. So that's all just gifts from God. I don't exalt myself. I'm just, I think God can only use me because I am so broken. And I know my place. That's really, I think the key to evangelism is your place is at the foot of the cross, not on the throne. God's on the throne, not me. So, and a lot of my recipients are not what people would consider high value humans. I gave stuff to day laborers, guys who didn't look like they had a job, service workers, As far as I know, I'm not doing any doctors or lawyers. And there was a guy on my first bus, and he was very lost little lamb. What, a check? To me from the IRS? Okay. I'm glad I opened this bad boy up. This is the real deal too. Check. $72. Nice. Okay. I can have some fun with that. And that more than covers the barbecue I got tonight and all the accessories. So I will accept that and spend it. So I'm glad I looked. That was unexpected. I had gotten a letter from them a while back that they had trouble with my refund. But apparently they figured it out. So yeah. So I will be depositing that. That was a nice surprise. And I want to get some Bible Promise books too. So what I'll probably do is just slam the whole thing at christianbook.com. Bible Promise books, some of those little Spanish New Testaments. Big Bibles, I actually think I'm okay for now. I haven't been doing a lot of big Bibles lately. It's all the small ones. So maybe some more of the King James invitations. A lot of men in particular from very poor neighborhoods are big adherents of Old King James, as they call it. So, but yeah, that's very cool. I'm glad you got to see that. So, and if God wants to bless me, He will. And I will accept it gratefully. But I don't expect it. I don't declare it. I don't do any of that nonsense. It's been my experience that God takes care of me. I don't need to worry. So, this was what they were doing today when I left. I will show you. Now, they're only working Monday to Friday. That's utility work. And then they did some more over here, but I don't think you can really see it. Yeah, there it is, right across from my house. But interestingly enough, that they never touched my water. I never got my water cut off when I was home. So again, another blessing from God. And I bought a bigger evangelism bag. And so basically so I could stuff more things in it. Because my old bag was just overflowing every day. I would have stuff literally falling out on the way to the bus stop. And I was still running out. And it's like a magic bag because I still have stuff. And I handed out 19 things. There is a note in my door. I left some puppy treats for the neighbor who helped me with the yard. So, this looks official. Oh, 6-day notification. Okay. 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday with possibility on Saturdays. We will have the worker closeout areas. The water service will be interrupted on 4:30 all day. Okay, so they're going to come over to my side in a couple of days. That's fine. What I think I'm just going to do is, and they've got a few snacks from my box. Somebody did. It's like all the neighborhood